This video will be recorded, guys, for quality and training purposes. Do everybody agree?
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna go through the script when you call this seller in
Yep.
pre-foreclosure. Can y'all see the screen?
Yup.
I see you.
Wait, you mean your computer screen? Nah, I can't see that.
Oh, you can't.
You mean like screen sharing? Cause I don't can see you.
Nah, I can't see no computer screen.
Okay. Ben, what about
Yeah,
now?
I can see it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So it's gonna be in your section seller script. This is made for the pre-foreclosure sellers. Sellers that's in pre-foreclosure. Is it big enough for you guys?
if you can make it just a little bigger, that would,
Yeah, I can see it.
yeah, that's cool.
So you with this script, we're calling the seller that's in pre-foreclosure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be step one. You're making a call. I always like to call the seller by the first name, so it seems more personal instead of like a bill collector. So I'm like, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, John. My name is Eddie Raymond, and I'm calling you about your house at such and such, such and such. Just say the address. Do you have a minute? They say, yes, great. Okay, can you tell me a little bit about your situation? See, when you tell them to tell you about their situation, that normally opens the seller up. That normally opens up the communication. This is one key question you want to ask them. Can you tell me a little bit about your situation? So it seems like you're more concerned because you need to know the situation so you can know what's going on with the property, how fast you're going to be able to buy it, or how long it'll take you to buy it. So just be quiet and let them talk. Let them tell you their situation and what's going on. And then our job is to see how we can help them. If they want to keep the property, then they can work out something with their bank if they want to keep it. Well, we're looking for the people who want to sell, but
Quick
if they
question.
want to keep it, go ahead.
So you don't even mention. You don't even say the I'm calling about your house for sale. You just go straight. Good afternoon. My name is such and such. Hey, can you tell me a little bit about your situation? That's how you approach them.
You see right here, say, my name is Eddie, and I'm calling about your house for sale. Do you have a
Oh,
minute?
that's you say the whole thing. Okay.
Uh-huh. Just read the whole script straight out, straight through. And if you want to, you can say the address after I'm calling about your house for sale at 4546 Main Street. And if if they're not living there, it's a rental property, you want to make sure you say that rental property address. So they won't think you're calling about their main house. So you need to know, if you're calling on a rental or their main property. Or you could just say that property address. Whatever you see on that foreclosure list, then just mention the address. Then do you have a minute? We always want to make sure you respect their time. You want to ask, do you have a minute? They say yes, fine. If not, then okay, fine. Would it be a good time to call you?
Hey, Eddie.
Yes.
Hey, I got a quick question because you said that when you call them, ask if it's a rental property, say that address, so they don't think they talk about your main address. I was curious, like how many people do you run across in the field that own multiple properties, or are the people that you typically come across like the primary residence of their home?
There's more people who going to be primary residents
Okay.
versus rentals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right.
And make sure, guys, you take very detailed notes. I can't stress this enough. Take very detailed notes. Very detailed notes. Because if you listen good, they're going to tell you how you can help them. And then, you can look at, the information they gave you and make your decision if you're going to be able to help them. They say, I need to sell because I'm moving out of state. I can't afford the property. Moving with my mom, moving with my grandma. It's a divorce. I don't want it. They want to sell. And now our job is to figure out how we can help them. Some people just need moving money. You know, some people just need a little moving money to help them get out. Also, and some people will have equity, guys. So just say, for example, somebody got 40,000 in equity, they want 10. I wouldn't mind giving them about 10, maybe even 10, 12, something like that. But it'll be, we got to get in as light as possible. So we'll look to give them 1,000 or 2,000 at closing, and then on the back end, once we sell the property, they'll get paid. Whenever we sell the property, sometime in the near future, we can't put a date on when we're going to sell it because the tenant buyer we put in there, they may not qualify and buy it. I may not want to be in a rush to sell it. If it's cash flowing good. So sometime in the near future, you'll get your check once we cash out. And if they press for cash, then of course you can work it out as you go through them. You go 1,000 or 2. But we have, there's people, we don't hear anything until they get the check. Most of them forget about it until we send them the check when we sell the house. So, that's a blessing to them on the back end. A property that they was going to lose. A check with your state, because all the foreclosure laws are different. I just know in Georgia, what works in here, in Georgia and North Carolina. But every state is different. So know your foreclosure law. And most of the time you can go online. Just Google it. Do you some research. Because I know some states you can't even mail to people that's in pre-foreclosure. And so right here, guys, step 2. Once you get all the information about the situation, then you want to go into the property information sheet, which should be attached. It's inside of the course. And the property information sheet, you want to just gather all the numbers, guys. What they owe on the property, all the numbers are very important. You want to know what they owe on the property. How much are your monthly payments? Are your taxes and insurance included? How many months behind are you? Sometimes the sellers, nowadays you can go online and print out a statement and it show all the arrears and everything pertaining to the mortgage. So make sure you get your property information sheet. And once you get all that information, right here on step 5, you can go right into it. Thank you for that information, John. Now let me tell you a little bit about what we do at our company, John Buy Houses. We will take over all the responsibilities of your property. We will bring the payments current, do all the repairs, and continue to make your mortgage payments until the house is sold sometime in the near future. Now, how does that sound? You don't want to over-explain, guys. Just hit the script. It works every time. And then if they have more questions and they need to contact an attorney, guess what? Make sure it's your attorney that you've done a deal with or know that does subject to transaction, and see if they can get on the 3-way and explain to them. But guys, I only had to have that happen once out of 16 years. Most of the time, people, okay, we closing with attorney. You're gonna help me. I'm gonna help you. And we also enter them into a credit repair program. So that's a benefit also with working with us. So guys, make sure you do a research and find you a good credit repair company that you can enter them in. And hey, once they get it repaired, they back in the game. Now, if they plan to buy a house in the future and you'll want to do a wraparound mortgage. I know, Joe, are you in Texas? I think Joe is in Texas. In Texas, you got to do a wrap anyway. And a wrap it is just showing a new mortgage that's recorded on the title. So when they go buy another house, they shouldn't have a problem. But it is based on the lender, whoever they use. And then if the second part of the script, if you just want to explain it to detail, then you can read this whole script. And once they agree, guys, to let you take over the payments, or you got a yes or a strong maybe, then now you go take your time and go out there and take some pictures and stuff. Take some good pictures, because remember, these photos, you're going to use it online when you market the property for sale for a lease option. So make sure you take some good photos and make sure you take some bad ones, if you need any repair work done, so you'll be able to go back to the photos and know what you need to do to the property. And most of these properties, guys, not to say take over something subject to, but we're talking about nice properties. If it needs more than about $5,000 in work, man, that's a rehab. So we look for some stuff five now on the low end. Under I would say on about 150, about 5 to 7,000, even up to 200,000. I say about 7,000 repairs. That still be considered a pretty house. Anything over that, man, you may want to think about short sale, unless you got a nice amount of equity in the back end. But we don't want to get into these deals where we're losing. We want to make sure the numbers work. Like, just say for example, somebody owed 200,000 on us. The house only worth 200,000, and they 20,000 behind. No, I'm sorry, they 30,000 behind. So now you're gonna be upside down 230,000. You may not get 20,000 to catch you up on the front end. It doesn't have any equity in it. Now, unless you got a strong cash flow and you'll make whatever you invested back, I'll say within 2 years, then you may want to think about it, because that'll be a decent investment. But you don't want to just go in and just completely lose. We don't do any of these deals where we losing. You may want to do a short sale on it. That'll be the next option, because they're behind on payments already. So maybe you may want to take it to the short sale. That strategy. And if you're an agent, if you do the short sale yourself, you can get paid and sell it on the market. When the market crashed, man, we did so many short sales, man. Man, woo. That's why you want to learn. That's the importance of learning multiple strategies, because you're able to make money no matter what the economy does. So if it's not good enough for us for subject to, guys, and you're gonna lose, don't do the deal. Every subject to is not a good deal. You got to remember that every subject to is not a good deal.